live with uh, elder siblings for Bamise, that great uh, gentle lady who revealed to the world that even in the place where you expected safety, that is BRT um, transportation in Lagos, that there was also danger in a place of safety, that is Bamise Anyawala. So the elder siblings to Bamise Anyawala are live with me here today, and they just want to express themselves post verdict at the court. You know, there was a criminal trial of the BRT driver who was arrested for involvement in the alleged uh, tragic rape and murder, of Bamise Anyawala. So after the verdict, almost a year since then, there seemed to have been some loud, should I say quiet or disquiet? Because everywhere just went mom and it looked like everybody moved on. But the family said it looked too silent to be what's to be expected. So I want to introduce them by themselves. I have two of them. Please go ahead, Mr. Peter and Sister Olua Damilola, if you may, please. Let me excuse Mr. Peter that the network of the location where he is at present is actually very slow. Sometimes it delays before he hears us, but Damilola can hear us in real time. So, Damilola, please go ahead.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Shegun. Good
It's all
afternoon
right.
to
You're
all
welcome.
our viewers home and abroad. My name is Ayanwola Oluwadamilola. I am one of the late Bamise Ayanwola senior sister.
Mr. Peter, can you hear us now?
Very clear.
Okay, great. Okay, so I think we should just go ahead without
All
allowing
right.
you waste more
I
time.
am ready.
Brother Peter, okay, go ahead.
All right. All right. Yes.
Okay, so let me
My
let me
name
allow
is
Damilola. Okay.
Peter Begunde. That is also late Bamishe. Yes.
Okay, so Damilola, let's start with you because your
Go
own
ahead,
network is
Mr.
still
She.
real time because of location. Yes. So Damilola, what has been response so far? Because last time I mentioned that everything went quiet. People thought I might probably be making things up, and then I wanted people to hear from the horse's mouth. So, Damilola, please tell us what have been responses so far from the state government since the incidents. Let's not even start since the judgment. Let's start since the incident. What were responses so far to the family from the government?
Hmm. All right. I will first of all appreciate the fact that you. Sorry.
I can barely hear you. What happened to your network?
No, it's not the network. Sorry, please. Just a minute. A minute. If my brother can continue, please.
Bro, Peter, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, please go ahead. Yes, he was trying to explain. Damilola was trying to explain, but I think there was a distraction. She was trying to explain to us responses from government so far since the incident, since the time of the incidents. What were responses so far? Network. I have to wait for him to hear the question before he will respond. the network in his location is terrible. I can understand that. We've been trying this since yesterday.
All right, am I audible?
Yeah,
Am
we
I
can hear you
audible
now.
now?
Just go ahead.
Right. Sorry for the network challenge. Actually, quickly go straight to the question. Based on the normal relationship between the family and the government is being cordial with the mindset that the government was sincere to do the needful from beginning, immediately after the incident. We just observed that we were just following the procedures, meaning that the government took the criminal to court, and since it's a criminal case, it's between the state and the criminal. So, but the family, on the other hand, had been on the expectation due to the responses from the government. We've been having a kind of hope that the government will be able to do the needful. So that's why we've been like following. So I will just summarize to say that the response from the government so far, from the beginning, had been was let me say it has been cordial to that extent. I don't know if that clears your questions.
Are you satisfied, therefore? I mean, it's just a follow up to the answer you just gave.
All right. So reason I said cordial was that the normal relationship government at the commencement of the incident, invitation by the governor, and then uh, response to communications. But due some period to the judgment, the whole thing changes.
Hmm.
The whole scene. In fact, after the judgment, there was like a block calls, no more communication. So since after the statement, the judgment, there has never been cordial relationship. Say there has never been cordial because we barely hear from the government. We even write to know hear from them, but we are just like mute. So that's just the position so far. So I will tell you, we are not satisfied, and we are not in any way satisfied.
So, what are expectations from the government like now, after, like post verdict, post judgment, post trial, after trial, after the whole thing from courts? Are there expectations from the government now? And what do you expect, really, as a
All
family?
right, as a family, I need to express my first disappointment from the government and the judgment
Hmm.
because the judgment was in isolation in the
Hmm.
sense that he only concentrated on Ominicoron, the
Hmm.
criminal, and the case is actually between Ominicoron, the Lamata, the police, the lag boss, and the government. So
Hmm.
the response of the statement shows that they are only treating the matter in isolation, just only Ominicoron, the criminal.
Hmm.
For some time, the judgment come up to also mention the other four accomplices. The statement, I mean the sentence, supposed to mention those further other companies. The state police has never come out and say this is the effort they've made on the other four companies so far.
Hmm.
So I'm telling you what the family with, and
Hmm.
every effort made, the response we are getting is that at least the guy have been we are getting judgment, and that is not the judgment we are talking about. This judgment never mentioned what the matter or the state should do to the family. So our expectation is that the government should be able to invite the family for necessary discussion regarding compensation, and also be able to public that this is what they are doing for the family in compensation. At the same time, to bring the other companies to book. We are expecting the government to be able to come out to say that, particularly the governor, to hold on to his
Hmm.
responsibility as a number one citizen, and who has the responsibility to take care of the citizen. Yes, yes, give people more confidence on the use of the government that those other four companies, they are making efforts now to get them. Nothing from the government. Nothing. So the question is that the government should be able to come out to give a statement to establish the level of confidence on the security program of the state, so that they also will be at rest that yes, the state is actually having concern for the family and the citizens. So for us as a
Hmm.
family, we are expecting that governor should be able to come out for compensation. Our understanding make me know that compensation in a discussion to reach compromise. So that's our expectation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Damilola, over to you. I want to ask, do you
I don't know
feel,
if I have enough.
does the family feel abandoned at this point? Because according to Mr. Peter, the early stage, it was cordial until suddenly you started feeling, do you feel the same way? Do you feel abandoned or anything else to add or
Ah,
subtract?
thank you. Yes, I didn't just feel abandoned. The family did not just feel abandoned, but we are abandoned because if we said we feel is like understatement. So let's say it the way it is, we are abandoned. Because if we have not been abandoned for 3 good years and 3 months, we waited for the government to for the persecution of Uminikoyo
Prosecution.
with all for the persecution, sorry, of
Prosecution.
Uminikoyo with
Trial.
all the years, the 3 years and 3 months, all they concluded on was what Bamise did. We did not hear anything concerning the police, just like my brother is saying that. What about the other accomplices? We did not hear anything about them. So now we requested for fiat along the line. When we saw that this thing we are not sure of it, we requested for fiat, they denied us fiat. So now after the judgment, when the judgment um, um, uh, was given, we were expecting that the judge would say to the government that okay, oh, so and so should be done to the family of the disease, but we did not hear anything of such, and we have been trying to um, get in touch so that we can settle things out of court, so that we can do things concerning the compensation, but nothing is seems working. And now my parents are there suffering from trauma. My mom that has never been sick since how many years that I was born, that I have been born, to this world. I have never heard that my mom uses paracetamol. Now she is now somebody that the doctor is telling us that we have to take urgent care of her or else she will have stroke. To the
Hmm.
extent that because we the children are not that financial financially buoyant, we couldn't get everything that she needed, the proper medication,
Hmm.
the proper hospitality care for her. Now her leg, one of her leg is seizing. If she wants to walk, she do drag her leg. So why will my parents at this age of theirs suffer the loss of their child, the
Let me
child
ask you,
that was not sick?
were there promises to you?
It
Because
wasn't
Mr.
it
Peter,
wasn't normal accident.
I understand Mr. Peter's network is not stable. In fact, it has even gone now. But let me ask you, were there promises to you? Because he was explaining that the family feels disappointed or betrayed somehow. He said that there was cordiality in communication between the government and the family at the initial stage after the incidents, but subsequently there was
Thank
a
you.
disconnect. So, were there promises
Thank
that
you.
were not met that you feel disappointed about from the government?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Uh, when any incident happens in Nigeria, especially when it has to do with the government, you will see the government, they will run after it. They will do like they really care. They will
Hmm.
come, they will send someone. My brother was the one that was communicating with them. And I left, we family left it because, as you can see, I was the only one that has been coming out. Myself and my senior, one of my senior brother, the junior to Mr. Peter, has been the one that have been coming out before. Later, it was only me. So I can't really tell about that because he is the one that has been communicating with them and relating it back to the family. So how
Hmm.
cordial they were then, I can't tell because
Only
as
only
far as I'm
Mr. Peter
concerned, then
understands that.
my thinking or my I wasn't looking towards
Understanding
that side. I wasn't looking towards any of their things just to give us fear. That was what was inside of me before. So I
your
can't tell
concern.
how cordial they were.
Hmm. Okay, let's move on to expectations now. Do you have expectations at least? Like, does the family? Okay, yes, he mentioned that he was expecting there should be some kind of compensation. I know. Okay, now that there is no compensation, what does the family intend to do next? Do you want to? Are you considering pursuing anything? I mean, the court already faulted, found the driver guilty, driver of the BRT. And the family is saying they feel the government should have therefore at least come and approach them. Abi, am I correct by that stance? After their employee had been faulted, the family, am I correct that the family is now feeling the government should now therefore at least do some? I lost the second person on the network. What's going on? I lost the two of them. And I was about to pose a question. Hello, everybody. If you're still watching, let me wait for them a bit more, whether they will reconnect again. So, in a nutshell, is it their network or my own? Something is wrong.